Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. Before I start the video, I do want to say please like, subscribe, and comment. If you want to learn how I trade, my strategies, and all that good stuff, join patreon.com/but I'm not a trader before I stop, before I stop the memberships towards that and I change it to my website. And again, right now, I think it's like 10-20 bucks on the Patreon. On my website, officially, it's going to be minimum over 500 bucks. Closer to 700, I think. That's what I'm eyeing the value. So let's get into the video. I told you guys a couple videos back that I was looking at 492 at peak. We did basically hit the high of 490.46, so we were about 50 cents off, so not too bad at all. And then I said, do not trade around this area because we're going to have news. This can definitely dictate the direction that we're going, so we can definitely pop up to 495 or just drop all the way back down to 478. Right, as of right now, with yesterday's drop, this does look like you have like a 90% chance of going to 478. But if we look at this a little bit more in depth, we'll see what happens. Right, so you did bounce off of this. You did bounce off of trending here, right? So we're looking at SPX. We're looking at this a little bit more in depth, right? And that's what we want to look at. So you are starting to bounce here. I am looking at least for some sort of retest back to this channel trend of 488. So I'm looking for like another maybe like a $2 push before you do something like this and then come all the way back down like that. Or you shoot up, right, to like a 491. Keep in mind we are in earnings season, and Apple has earnings today. Right? Yeah, Apple has earnings today. So depending on earnings on Apple, we could definitely see SPX, right? If Apple comes back, bad, which seems to be the consensus right now, right? You could have a pump today to like a 488, somewhere around this range, and then completely just die off back to 484, or and continue that drop to 478 on SPY, right? Which would be somewhere 478, which would be pretty low, right? Be way down here. Let me see, what is this big channel here? 482. Well, 482 on SPX, 478 roughly on SPY. But as of right now, there's no reason for me to not think that we're not going back up to at least that. Give me 1 second, guys. There you go. Cool, had it perfect the first time. So lock this. Yeah, there's no reason for me to not think that we're going to do this today, right? I think that we could definitely push up and rally towards 488 and then come right back down. So on SPY, that would be roughly... Yeah, on SPY, that would be roughly maybe like this trend here at 486, right? So back up to that, back up to this previous trend somewhere on this area. So from 485 to like 486-ish, 487 kind of, before you actually have Apple earnings. So I am pretty bullish. I'm pretty biased on the. I'm pretty bullish on the bias today. So yeah, that's gonna be kind of it for this. I am long on Tesla right now. I do think Tesla right now is headed towards like a 210, right? If we check, if we check this on the extended hours, oh man, we're not gonna close that 4-hour bull like I wanted. I wanted that 4-hour bull trigger here, but it seems like it doesn't want it, because you're starting to come back down from that top of range, right? So you do have this gap here, 188, more than likely going to get filled. But if you do cap out here at this level, this is not good, right? Because I don't want this to come back down here to fill this gap. I want this to keep pumping, which is, I don't like that at all. So I do want Tesla to go back up, but as of right now, it does look like it wants to drop more, and it's not following that direction. So that kind of sucks. SPY again, SPY again, just coming up. Like I told you guys, I think SPY is going to like a 487, right? I think we're gonna keep pushing to like a 487, and then that's when you're gonna have, and then that's when you should get out. If you guys hit if anybody's in longs, right? Get the hell out. Get the hell out of these. Get the hell out, and then go right back to, what is it called? Just get out of the market, because Apple earnings is today, and that's going to be a really huge consensus of what's going to happen with the overall market, right? Apple, again, still just chilling, right? I would not be surprised to see Apple today like at 186, right? So especially after closing this bull 4 hour, right here. So especially after this, I'd long this whole thing, maybe like 1 point up, like from 185 to like a 186, like 187. I think we definitely have a chance of running up super hard, and then and then after hours for earnings, you guys gotta get out, bro, because we have no idea where this is going, right? If we're looking at DXY looks like it's essentially going all the way up to like 104.2, right? You already broke trend, right? You're already in the top side of look at this, look at that, right? You close the bear trigger here, right? You close the bear trigger on a bull candle, and you've been doing nothing but trading sideways. This isn't a huge signal. I don't know what is, bro. Like, this is literally all bear right here. If you guys can see this green line, this is all bear cycle, and you've been trading nothing but up. So as of right now, there's like a 90% chance that DXY just completely not moonshots, but is like a really clear direction that it's going to 104.2. And again, if DXY is headed up, that means that everything else is headed down. So as far as my bias right now, just looking at the dollar, everything looks like it's gonna keep dropping. That's just kind of the way it is right now, right? I'm not gonna tell you guys that, oh, we look super bullish or this and that. No, everything looks extremely bearish right now, especially with everything dropping. But again, it really just kind of depends on where Apple earnings comes out, because that's gonna be a huge play here, right? Apple's gonna be a huge play here. If we look at SPX again, we look at it in a higher time frame, like the 2-day, right? 2-day, you're barely gonna go bearish, right? Which is not good. And you're actually closing this 2-day in 9 hours under that open of that bull candle. So what I'm thinking is, if this happens, you're probably going to go up a little bit and then keep dropping, right? That's usually what happens when you start closing under. See, look what happened right here. Bull trend, right? And then you closed under that open, boom, kept dropping for a long time. Same thing here, right? You're in a bull trend for a while, right? And then this one, you closed under that open, what happened? It was dictating and moved down, right? Same thing here, right? You kept going all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And then what happened? You closed under here, huge close under, kept going all the way down. So this is basically a very big signal of something to come, right? The weekly technically is still in a bear trigger, but I would not consider this a bear cycle, because you've basically been running up on a bear cycle for, from 470 to roughly, like $20 something, right? So you're definitely still very bullish, right? Overall, you're still in a very, 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 very bullish market, right? Overall, very, very, very bullish market. But yeah, I'm definitely still bullish right now. This is what I think is going to happen intraday. At least I think we're going to pop to 488 on the SPX, probably like a 486 on SPY, before anybody just getting out. Like, I would 100% buy calls that open, or if you want to long the market, right? But if you hit this trend today, which I think you will, I'd get out, right? I would not hold anything overnight, just because you have Apple. I'm still probably going to hold Tesla, just because I think Tesla doesn't really correlate with the market too much, honestly. And it kind of has its own thing that it does. But Apple, will really dictate where this goes. So you either get out, right, and market, and you come right back down, or Apple has really good earnings, really good, saves the market, and you pop up a little bit, come back down, and then you get in, and then you just run up all the way back to 491. And then from here, obviously, we'll do TA again and see where we are. But if we're looking at the daily, if you pump all the way back up here to 491, there's a really good chance we'll close a bull trigger on the daily, like a VC, right? A violent close, and you'll probably keep pumping towards $500. So I don't know. That's basically what I think. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.